Welcome back to Faeries sampler blanket, the instructional videos. This week, or this video, we are going to be working on rounds 31 through 41. And I'm starting using a slightly different color from my original color E, only because I think the original color would clash too much with what I've got going on here. So I'm going to use this as an opportunity to just throw in a one-off color. So we're going to start with a chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then we're going to double crochet into that same corner space. That's going to count as a double crochet plus a chain 3, this right here. And as far as the instructions for this round go, very simple. Just simply double crochet into every single crochet space going across, and in your corners it'll be double crochet, chain 3, double crochet. When you get back around to this side, make sure that you slip stitch to the third chain of this chain 6, and then you can go ahead and cut this color off because we will be changing as we go into the next round after this. Okay, I have completed round 31. I'm going to be moving on to round 32, and I'm changing my color. I'm going to color G. For me, that is going to be this heather gray color from Bernat Satin, and I'm going to join in a chain 3 space, corner space, with a chain 3. This is going to count as a double crochet, and then we're going to put another double, a chain 2, and 2 more doubles into this corner space, and then we're going to double crochet into the next double. And now we're going to do one of my favorite stitches. Anything with a front post or a back post to it just happens to be something I love to make. I love the texture that it brings to the pattern, and I love making them. They're just fun. All right, so we're going to be doing a front post treble crochet around the post of the next double crochet in round 31. So this is round 31. We're going to be going around the post, which means we're going to be entering from the front into the back and then back out, so that our stitch actually goes around the post of this as opposed to the top. All right, now in order to make a treble, you're going to yarn over twice, go around the post, pull through, and now we're going to pull through 2 stitches or 2 loops 3 times, and now we're going to double crochet into the next. Now this is going to be something you're going to repeat a total of 41 times going across. So it's basically double in one, front post treble crochet around the next, all the way across. All right, go ahead and complete this across this. I'm going to work the next corner with you, and then I'll let you go and finish up this round. But keep doing the double in the next, and so when you, don't forget to not put anything, because you're already stitching in this. We're front posting around the next. I think you already knew that, and I don't know why I'm saying it, but I just wanted to make sure that you're not working any double stitches in any of the stitches going across. All right. So I just wanted to share with you a little tip that I use to keep track of when when I've got long rows, and as we build this, these rows are just going to keep getting longer. And if you have to keep track of how many times you have to repeat something, sometimes that can get really daunting. So what I do is I take, I bought a package of these stitch markers on Amazon for like $8 or $9. And so I will use those stitch markers, and I'll mark off like every 10th one. So I know that, these 2 as a set, because it has to be double then a front post treble. So I just count the trebles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I mark every 10th one. So this is my 30th. So 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. So I have the exact the exact repeats that I needed to have going across. The instructions then say to double crochet into the last or the next stitch. So that puts me right up to my corner, and I'm going to 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet into this next corner, and then I'm just going to start that repeat all over again. And I'll just move these, I won't leave these stitch markers here, I'll just move the stitch markers over as I start working on the other side. But maybe that'll help you too as we're going forward and we're having to do so many rows where we're counting our stitches and making sure that we've got the right amount of repeats. Maybe grab some stitch markers and start marking those. You can use yarn, you can use safety pins, you can use anything you want. You don't have to use fancy stitch markers, just something to mark it so that when you look at it visually, all you have to do is go 10, 20, 30, and then count from there. Makes life so much easier. All right, finish up this row. When you get over here, slip stitch to that first chain 3, that is your first double crochet. And you can go ahead and cut this color because we're gonna be switching. All right, row 32 is done. I've slip stitched to my chain 3 and I've cut off and pulled through. I'm going to switch over to color C, which I'm using the bone color for. And we're going to join with a chain 2 space. We're going to single crochet and chain 2 and single crochet in that corner space. And now we are going to single crochet in the next double crochet. We're going to chain 1, skip 1 stitch and single into the next stitch. And we're going to do that over to the next corner. All right, keep going, chain 1, skip 1, single crochet in the next, over to the next corner. I'll come back, we'll work the corner together, and then we'll go around. All right, this takes us right up to the very last single crochet or double crochet before the corner. So go ahead then and just work single, chain 2, single into the corner space and start your repeat over, which is single into the first and then start with a chain 1, skip 1, single in the next. All right, do that all the way around and I will meet you at the beginning over here. You can go ahead and cut off this color once you get there and change because we're going to use a different color. All right, I've completed round 33. I am going to just slip stitch and pull through here. And then I'm going to switch over to my color B according to the instructions. As usual, you can do whatever color you want. And I am going to join with a slip stitch into the corner chain 2 space. And I'm going to chain 3. I'm going to double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochets into that same corner space. All right, we are going to double crochet into the next 2 single crochets. So this one here and this one here. We are going to front post treble crochet around the double crochet from round 32. So that's going to be this guy here. Then we're going to double into the next single. And we're going to front post around the next front post from the row below. And that's going to be our repeat going across. Double into this single and front post around the front post. All right, we're moving on from round 34 to round 35, and I'm going to be going back to my bone color or color C. Oops. Sorry, just realized I didn't have enough light on that. Okay, so with color C, we are going to join with a slip stitch to any corner chain 2 space, and we're going to chain 1, then single, chain 2, and single in that corner spot. We are going to single into the next 2 double crochets. One and 2, chain 1, skip 1, single in the next 45 times. So chain 1, skip 1, single. You'll be putting a single into the top of all the double crochets going across, just like we did on the round 2 rows below. These in-between rows are a good chance if you've got kind of a color that you'd like to, maybe you don't have a lot of or something like that, and you want to use as just kind of a peekaboo color to work with, because these rows are very much behind, but these still play into the color scheme of this section. This is one of my favorite sections of the blanket because I love front post stitches, and I love making really neat color patterns and textures and all of that stuff. All right, let's talk one more time here before we move on. You'll do this all the way around. You're gonna end up finishing up the same way we started over here on the, like on your corners. You're gonna single into the last 2 double crochets, slip stitch into this first one to finish off this row. You can cut this color when you get to the end, and then you're going to switch over to color A. For me, that is pink, so I will be switching over to that. We're not going to be doing any more of these front post stitches. When we switch over to our color A, we're going to be doing chain 1, skip 1, double crochet in the next, something like this one we've done several times before already. So I'm going to let you finish this one. This is chain 1, skip 1, single crochet in the next all the way around, and then slip stitch here. All right, I'm done with round 35, and I'm going to be moving on to round 36, which is going to be my color A, which is going to be pink. And I'm joining with a corner chain 2 space with a chain 6, which is going to count as a double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a chain 3. All right, we're going to double crochet, chain 1, skip 1 single crochet, and we will double crochet in the next single crochet. Then we will chain 1, skip 1, and double crochet in the chain 1 space going across. Chain 1, skip 1, double in the next chain 1 space. And then on the next corner, it will end the same way. We'll double crochet in this chain 1 space, skip 1, double crochet in that chain, or that single crochet, goodness, I can't even talk, and then chain 1, skip 1, and then into your corner with your double, chain 3, double. All right, so I will see you then on the end of this row. We're going to slip stitch to this chain 3 because that is our double crochet, and then you can cut this color off again because we're going to change it again. All right, I'm ready to start round 37. I'm changing to my color C, or bone, this taupey color. I've chained 1 already, and I'm going to single crochet, chain 2, and single crochet in that corner space. We're going to be skipping all of the double crochets in this row. We're chaining 1, and we're skipping a double, and we're singling into the chain 1 space, going all the way across and around. Make sure that you are putting a single, chain 2, single into the corner space. And this is another nice simple one. This is what it'll look like once you get your row on there. We are going to be changing our colors one more time to color E after this row. We are going to be working color E for the next 4 rows, so make sure that whatever you use for color E can do a few rows. All right, so I'm going to finish this round up. I'm going to slip stitch to this first single crochet, and then I'll be right back to work on rows 38 through 41, and that will complete this video, but we've got a few rows to go before we say goodbye. So I'll see you in just a little bit. All right, we're ready to start round 38. I am changing over to This color, this is my color E, and I'm going to be honest, I am not 100% sure that I have enough of that color to do 4 rows, but we're going to give it the best shot we have. All right, so, and the rows that we're doing coming ahead are not real hard, a lot of single crochets and chain ones and all of that. So there's not a lot of stitches. We're not doing anything like fans or baubles that use up a lot of yarn. So I am joining with the corner chain 2 space with a single crochet, chain 2, and a single crochet. This row is going to be nice and easy. We're going to do single crochets in every single and chain 1 space going across. So this is not going to be real hard. Make sure that when you get to your first single crochet over here in your first corner, go ahead and slip stitch to that, and I will meet you back up over here on that corner. And don't cut your color because we are going to continue using this same color. All right, so I will see you in just a little bit. Okay, we're at round 39, and like I said, don't cut off this color, just slip stitch over into the corner chain 2 space, chain 1, single, chain 2, and single in that chain 2 space. Okay, so we are going to start working on, it's like a modified fan. So we're going to be skipping these 2 stitches here. We're going to put 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet into that 1 stitch. We're going to skip 2 stitches and we're going to single. We're going to skip 2 stitches and do that modified fan again. 1, 2, 1, 2, chain 2, 1 and 2. Gonna skip 2 and single. Okay, and so I was wrong before when I said we aren't going to be doing fans. We're just not going to be doing the full fans like before. These just don't use up quite as much yarn as the previous. Skip 2, we're gonna 2 doubles, chain 2, 2 doubles. All right, this is the repeat all the way around. Skipping 2, single, skipping 2, 2 double, chain 2, 2 double. Okay, so go ahead and continue this across. I'm going to meet you at the first corner right here so that we can do the corner, and then I'll let you finish up this round. All right, we're ready to move on to round 40. Once again, don't cut, just slip stitch into the corner chain 2 space and chain 3. That's going to be your first double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochets into that same space. All right, so we are going to single crochet, or I'm sorry, double crochet into this first single. We're going to chain 1, and we're going to skip these 2 double crochets here. In this chain 2 space, we're going to put 3 singles. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1, skip the next 2 doubles, and put a double into the next single. So that's going to be a repeat going across. Double crochet in the single, chain 1, skip 2, put 3 singles into the top of the chain 2 space here, chain 1, and double in the next. That is what your work's going to look like as you're going around. Make sure you slip stitch with the first chain 3, as that is your first double crochet. All right, I'll meet you over here. Alrighty, I'm finishing up round 40, slip stitching to the chain 3, and we are now moving on to the last round for this video. And we are slip stitching. Oh, I take that back. I wasn't following the instructions. Okay, so don't slip over to the corner. Stop right where you're at. We're going to chain 1. We're going to single crochet in the same stitch as the join and the next double crochet. Now go ahead and put single, chain 2, and single into the corner. This is just going to be single in all of the stitches and chain 1 spaces. So let's single into 3 double crochets, 1 single in the chain 1 space, single into each of the singles going across the top of that fan, and then single in the chain 1 space into the next double, chain 1 space into each of the singles, etc., etc., all the way around. So what we're going to do once we get back over to here is just slip stitch to that first single crochet right here. You can go ahead and cut off, and that will be the end of rounds 31 through 41. Thanks so much for working this video with me, and I will see you in the next and last video.